Hey, I have a fun idea. How about we not own plastic chairs in a state and or city that stays above 90 degrees? Because I don't know what anybody's thinking. I don't know who invented these plastic chairs, but they weren't made for people in Florida. I can tell you that right now. There is nothing worse than getting off of a chair and just being privy to every crack and crevice of your body that could possibly perspirate, being all out for all to see. And everybody knows it's happening. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but we all see it and we know we all look. So you'll be in a meeting, it's sweltering hot, nobody wants to get up, so they all just sit there and play a game of a staring contest to see who will get up first and show off their photocopied butt print on the seat. So we start doing things like wiggling around, trying to scooch off the chair, just trying to evenly distribute that condensation so it doesn't quite look like the rear end of a human was just there seconds earlier. It is miserable. And on top of that, who was thinking, it'd be really good to sit in unbreathable plastic? Because I've been in rooms that were very cold. My butt did not get the message, and so the result is still the same. I'm a bigger guy, it's gonna happen. And here's another thing, there's a special place in hell for whoever decides that plastic chairs are an outdoor event, something that you wanna put outside in the Florida heat, because first you'll start off by getting third-degree burns on your hindside. Then by the time you're able to sit on it, you're gonna just feel like you peed yourself the rest of the time, because your pants are going to be hot and probably liquidy. And then as soon as you get up, you got to suffer the same embarrassing moment again and again. We all know it. We all know it's happening. We all try to avoid it. Of course, on the other side, cloth chairs, same thing's happening, but we don't see it. So then the idea hits you, how many invisible butt prints have been left on this chair, and is it just all absorbing in there? So how about we just don't sit? Because frankly, it's disgusting. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna sit. I don't care how disgusting it is. I'm gonna sit down. But these plastic chairs, I don't get it. Then they're like, you know what? We should put some air ventilation in there. How about we put a giant hole right where their back needs the most support, so that way they just have fat billowing out the back, absolutely no lumbar support. And so that way you get up uncomfortable and embarrassed, because for me at least, it takes me a while to get out of the chair because I have a bad back and I had no lumbar support. So now I have to make all the grunts and groans because I'm a dad and that's what we do, getting out of a chair. And then now everybody's like, oh, and then they look down and like, and nobody's going to call it out. Nobody's going to be like, ew, but they're all thinking it, because I am. And if I'm thinking it, they're going to be thinking it. It's my own sweat. And I'm still thinking, that's pretty disgusting. But you know what? All the times that I've been embarrassed by that exact same thing, I will still sit down on a plastic chair. Because sitting down, especially when it's 100 degrees in Florida, is worth the walk of shame having to get out of that chair. And here's the thing, when you're in a high humidity area like Florida, that condensation's not going anywhere for a while. That condensation's staying there until the next person has to come and sit down, and they're gonna know what's up. And then they have to make the decision, am I gonna stand or I'm gonna sit? And they're gonna sit. They're gonna sit right in that condensation. And our condensations are just gonna get all married together. We're all just gonna sit in it, our own filth and everybody else's filth. I do think cloth chairs are better. It's best not to know. Let's just not know what's going on in there. Let's just accept it. Ignorance is bliss. We don't need to see how much sweat is on there. We don't need to do that. So, it's already inexcusable enough when you go to the gym, but at least at the gym, you're working out. I'm literally doing the least amount of exercise. I'm literally just sitting and perspirating. But you know what? I don't think it's a weight thing, because I've seen skinny people do the same thing. I think we just need to come to the conclusion as a society that there is a clear demarcation of what temperature plastic chairs should be allowed. And I'll tell you, they should never cross the Florida-Georgia border, because nothing from Georgia down south has any use for plastic chairs unless it is to cause shame. I'll see y'all later.